Hello guys and welcome back to another video with your boy Biffer. Today we're going to be watching and analyzing the Open Front Masters 2025 tournament. We are on an IO game with $1,500 or euros, whatever, at stake. So I'm just straight up here on there, just the website of the tournament, just to show you a little bit about the format. We had a qualification phase with 30, basically those, I don't know, 70 teams. Top 30 would register, so of course my team managed to get to the final. And in the final, basically, you just needed to reach your 100 points. Once you reach the 100 points, basically it was all about winning just a match after that, like you become finalists. The point system, this is how it goes: 50, 30, 15. So 30 teams, only 3 teams basically get points every game. So very intense game, very tough game. But yeah, there's $1,500 at stake, right? As you guys can see, the teams are out here. I was in team LBU with Lukashu, Bobo, and Underall. There was 4 of us. We kind of rotated around. You guys are going to see how it happens. I'm going to analyze all of the games, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. The first map was Asia map. Our strat, I wasn't playing. It was these 2 players. I think they've spawned. Have they spawned? Bobo was playing. Where is Luca? Right here. I think this is Luca. Yeah, Lukashu, Luca, and Bobo were playing. And our strategy was to spawn around this side, I guess, because we think a lot of players spawn here in the green territory most of the time. And you think this could be a good little spot to start off with. So you're going to see them spawn. It is going quick. And of course, I need to skip some parts that are not super interesting about this tournament. You're going to see they basically spawn here with nice spawns. They do have... So what we start with is we have a team here, Bind, which we don't know at all about. We have EU as well. This guy, we know he doesn't like us too much, so he will... I think you guys will see during tournament. He will focus us a little bit a couple times. And then we have a bunch of players like DEM, for example, but they're a bit split. We got Uwu here, but he seems like he's on his own. So we're not too bad. And we're just gonna... I mean, we're gonna hope Bobo and Luca can get something good out of it. The strategy was that we just have a support player, so in this position, Bobo, and always like an attacking player, like a frontliner, who would be Luca. So Luca in this position is kind of more on the front line, and we're expecting Bobo to just get a bunch of bots, but then kind of really defend it and just give his gold and troops to Luca as much as possible. At least that was a strat originally. And I'm just going to skip through the non-interesting part, let's say. But what happens here for the moment is, as you guys can see, there's so many players that they don't even have that much gold. So Luca gets enough gold now. He places his first city. Bobo doesn't even have, he only has 100k gold, which is kind of crazy to think. That is that, like it's this little, let's say. Let's pause a little bit. Let's see what happened here. So in this position, we're looking good here, but we're very small. GR is big, Gal is big, Arky is big. 1v1 had a bug, I think, because of their name tag wasn't properly done or whatever. So they're not on the same team, but they're not that bad. And aside from that, it doesn't seem like there's insanely strong teams. We got to keep an eye on BCO, because they could do well here if they destroy AHS. And yeah, let's just kind of pass on to what happens after. So Luca's gonna go straight in on the attack, as you guys saw right here, onto the Bind guy. The strat was basically, in this position, we're not that strong. He almost full sent him, and then Bobo straight up donated him. And there he goes again on Bind. Exotic is coming in as well, so that's good news. In the meantime, these guys are getting busy. But you see Bobo's not going for anything. I mean, actually I say that, he is helping out a little bit here. But the aim is that Luca gets everything, or at least as much as possible. And you guys see here, like, Luca's coming up. He's top 5, so he's not that bad, actually. He's doing pretty well. He's got his 2 cities, which isn't crazy, but it's better than a lot of other players. Oi right now, top 1 with 3 cities, whilst Bobo is going to destroy one of the DEMs. So in this position, it's a bit weird. We're destroying back in here, but this skilled guy goes in for the pink instead of us. So definitely the level wasn't perfect. For example, I think that's a misplay from the DM guy. He should have gone straight for Bobo. But in the meantime, Luca managed to, feed him. So that's all good. Then again, for example, Luca misses out on here, but I think he was allied, so he didn't want to betray. But he goes straight for Diddy. And that's actually a great push with Jur, because if you're going to look at this, boom, he's going to get cut off. Jur's going to get the alliance. Luca's going to come in, and I think he's going to take the alliance with Jur. And that's going to be one of the big moves we're going to be doing, is that we're going to take the alliance with GER so that we can use them kind of as a shield. And so the strategy was just to basically use this as a wall, and so we can focus that right hand side, which you guys will see kind of works out pretty well. So Luca managed to get Japan, and I think he's going to go and push. He's getting pushed, so he's going to go ahead and push this BCO guy who's coming at him. And Bobo's just going to stack from now on. He's basically not going to play that much. I think there's little attacks going in with DM maybe, but it's very subtle. What he's going to do is just full donate as much as he can to Luca. and potentially just use his gold just to build more cities, because the more cities he has, the more he's going to be able to feed Luca. But you're going to see, so Luca's going to manage to actually get a boat across, which was kind of crazy. We got really lucky on that, and make a huge push on Batista, who's going to full send, and ADN is pretty much going to full send as well. So Bobo goes low, nobody attacks him. I think he had alliances and people didn't want to betray, which is the good part. And then basically Luca's just gonna one-shot this. You guys see, like, I know it is accelerated, but he basically just one-shots it and basically gets all of BCO out within a second. Takes the crown 10%. He's looking very strong. Positions haven't changed too much on the left-hand side. It's just people, little guys just getting erased, for example, like this Meg right here, but that's about it. And then Luca's gonna do, he's gonna stack. I wasn't there during the VC here, so I didn't really understand this move. He's gonna let Bobo take this territory. I think they wanted to optimize a little bit more on Bobo and make sure Bobo is not too small so he can really help out, I guess. And also so Luca can focus exotic. You're gonna see him right here. He goes for a huge push on the UU guy. I thought it was a bit of a misplay because GR could have betrayed there and gone in, but I think GR was just too focused on the left to go and betray us. You have to know also, right, people are playing for a top 3. They're not playing for top 1 necessarily. They want to score points. That's all they care about at this stage of the game. So Luke is looking very good, and he's just going to one-tap basically everyone here. UU is going to go just in one shot, and I don't think he's even going to finish their islands. We're not going to bother and just go straight into exotic. Bobo is big enough to go and feed good troops. He has almost 200k max. Troops, more than that actually. He just feeds, you know, 50, 60k, almost 100k actually per feed. So then Luca's just going to continue pushing in, destroy Gal step by step. EU basically got erased, even though they are, let's pause a little bit, and they are down here, but they're farming a bit of gold. But you're going to see throughout the tournament there wasn't much gold farming. It was really try-harding, especially with the defense posts everywhere. We do have UN though, that's starting to look good on the left-hand side. As you guys see, Laskovic has 15%, and they're about to touch here, because look at this. Luca's coming in on Gal, and Laskovic is coming in on Arki. So they actually touch, but what Luca's going to do is he's not going to waste any time. So what Luca did really well here, what we did really well, is that he just went straight in and didn't give the time for others to think, and he went straight for a huge push here. Is 800k, look at this, look at this. If you go on his territory right here, I'm on his territory, look top right, 900k actually in GR. There is nothing the Jur guy can do at all, right? He is gone. He cannot defend. There is nothing he can do. Baumi should have betrayed. I think he didn't want to take the betrayal. That's the issue with it, taking the alliance. But I mean, it was good for us. And then basically the others, I think at this stage, are playing for second place. UN could have attacked us here, but if you see him, he's kind of doing the same strat as Luca and sending a lot of troops in one attack. So he doesn't have much. And what Luca's gonna do now, he's got it like he's understood. He just has to destroy Cat, and then it's a free win, because you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Just by destroying Cat, he gets insane borders on the Baumi, and then boom, Baumi just goes. Baumi just goes. I think they lost the alliance in between, and basically at this stage, it's just a GG. There's not much they can do. He's going to erase Cat, erase 1v1 Oi, and then just UN to finish, and that's going to be a first win. So one game so far, one win. We really couldn't have expected anything better than that. All right, second map was between two seas. We switched up our roaster. Sorry, I was going to say rooster. Our roaster for this one. I believe this is us. No, that is not us. Where are we at? We're here. We got Underall and Bobo playing this time. So Bobo is still here. I think Bobo still has a support again, and then Underall is going to be playing the frontliner on this one. And we've picked a very central spawn if you check it out, actually. At this stage, we're not really focusing on other teams. We're just focusing on ourselves. There's only been 3 teams on the previous round who have gotten points, us taking the most amount of points. So we don't really care about, like, you know, denying others and so on. What we're going to care about is just basically scoring as many points as we can in the next couple of games, right? And the strategy here, for example, so really optimizing Underall, you can see cutting here on the left. I don't know if they're feeding each other too much or not, but trying to really secure the bots here in the middle just for themselves, which is of course a good move. Underall already placing a city, Bobo as well. So it's a good start. Underall is second, and we don't have super strong teams around us, actually. If you check out the names here, I think actually none of these teams, I'll be honest and spoil you guys, but none of these teams are going to score points, or almost none, throughout this entire tournament. So this is one thing as well we played really well, is that we managed to get really great spawns. And then Underall is just going to go straight into it. He's going to go and basically, I mean, you're going to see that, go for a big attack. I think he's going to manage to take the alliance with him, which is good actually to take alliances. When you're in a strong position like us, it's good to take alliances, because then we can go and focus elsewhere. And you can see we go low often. We're going to go low a lot of times, and people aren't going to have the time to think. and go for us, which is going to be basically the biggest strength we're going to have in this tournament. And then boating around as well, as you can see, Underall kind of chucking in here to go and secure that city from Scav. Also because there's a defense post, which is very annoying to go through. It's much easier, and he's going to do the same with the cat, right? So cat's going to go basically almost one shot here, even though Underall wasn't that big. And you can see we're pretty low, but nobody's coming at us, which is the good thing. Because I think people are afraid to take attacks in this tournament. People were really, really slow. Like, they wouldn't really take any risks, which was absolutely fantastic, right? For us, I guess. Bobo's betrayed. Not too sure why. But he's just feeding right now. He's not doing anything. You know, he's barely taking anything. Taking that city is actually a misplay. Probably should have left that for Underall. But we do see right now, if we pause, that we're not on our own. So Fly is doing very well, and he's doing a lot better than us. 13 cities, 400k troops. We only have 200k troops and 11 cities. Fish is not that big, but Bobo's not that big either, right? So we're definitely not alone on this map. The thing is, if Fly starts attacking us and if we start attacking them, it's just going to make it like a stalemate, basically. Because we're just going to basically destroy each other. As you see, UN's going to get big as well. So it's going to be like a big 3 kind of pot right here. Right? Like all touching each other. Huge border where no one's going to take any risks. And what we're going to do is we're just going to rush it left. We're going to rush it left. You can see he sent, I think, 400k on Diddy. And boom, also one shot, basically both of them in one go. They're going to waste all their gold, which is annoying on defense posts. But we are going to move out of this with 23 cities. But Fly is like really, really crushing on the right. Fly was really, really crushing on the right. They managed to get a lot. We managed to get on the left. Issue is that we have here is Braga, who's top 3. Who's got 400k troops and a lot of defense posts as well here, which we're basically going to struggle to go through, and a bunch of small dudes here top left, but we don't have that much to take. And I believe our trading wasn't insane. Look at this. Braga was getting all of the gold out of here. So that's definitely a mistake we did, not focusing too much on the gold. It is true that Underall is going to be getting and like taking all the guys, I believe, top left before spoiling you guys. Sorry. But I think that's going to be the move. Yeah, he's going to go for Lucy again. We get to race Lucy again. Sorry, Lucy. And then there's basically the 2 SPQRs left. He will go for a push on Braga. It was a big push, actually. 600k attack, as you guys see. But we will go and erase basically the two small clans that are up here, the tags or whatever you want to call them. It will put us in a strong position. And I think at this stage, we decided to stack a bit of gold as well, potentially. Especially that, if you look at it, we have 53 cities, which is basically a huge advantage. So now if we take the gold advantage as well, we're basically going to have the upper hand in both of those 2 kind of factors and potentially just scare off all our other opponents. We're not too sure why Fly didn't come for us. You have to think, I think, that no matter what, they're happy to take second place at this stage. So maybe that's why people didn't really bother going for us at the beginning. But Underall, I believe, is going to finish top left, the Jix guy. I think he took 2 hours. There he goes. He comes in destroying Jix, which is nice because he has 4 million gold. And Fly is going to come in and destroy UN, which is basically what we want. We want Fly to destroy UN so that we're in the strength. We go and wrap around left side on Bro, who don't have the same color. I don't know why. And basically, we basically have it in the bag in a way already because 79 cities... Ali's only got 53. What are you going to do about it? We're going to go and take Braga. He's going to take UN. He does have more troops than us overall, but we have the bigger cities, the larger amount of cities. 100. Look, he's about to reach 100 cities Underall. There we go. And so what can Fly do about it? Nothing. Because on the long run, we basically destroy them. And I think he's just going to finish UN here in the middle. And that should be it, I believe it. Yeah, there he goes. UN goes. Fly's going to basically full send us. I think we get the Merv at the same time. That's going to get us the dub in the second win. We're basically, Bobo's still alive. We're going to get back-to-back wins on the first 2 games. So right now, guys, you have to think that there's 30 cities, 30 clans. And we've won both games. So, and we're finalists. So we're basically the favorites. We basically, if we win the next game, tournament's over and nobody's played, basically. We destroyed this right now. We absolutely crushed it so far. And it's going to take a while because it is 95% to finish the map, by the way. So I'm not going to play every single map till the end. But we're basically in the strongest position we could wish for. All right, so if we take a second to just check out the leaderboard, this is what it looks like after 2 games, guys. We're already finalists after 2 games. We basically fully optimized it. We've got 100 points and nobody else is anywhere close to us. So it's a very good start for us, I guess. All right, 3rd game, guys. I believe I play in this. I forgot the map. Yeah, I forgot the map. Mina it is. I am playing, guys. I'm finally playing. I was actually not part of the game. I'm with Luca. I wasn't part of the first 2 games. I wasn't even in VC, I think, because I was actually at work still. That's why we had, you know, subs and so on, because I wasn't sure if I was going to play and so on. But here's my first game. I will start the game as support. Luca, because Luca is very strong on the front line. I'm pretty good actually as support, and I can optimize things quite a lot with all these videos of me trading and so on. I just don't have a great spawn as well. Luca is a great spawn. I have a pretty horrendous one because we got Scav and Cat right here, PL as well as here. You see some teams like PL, for example, they're one here, like they're really moving out. Scav, we only see one of them. I don't even know here. The second one is right here. They're really splitting up as well. GK, for example, here. Look at this GK here and GK here. So there's very, very different strats everywhere. And actually, one of the strats we did, I am very low also because I fed Lukashu like super early on, right? I gave him some troops. I really wanted him to be the biggest, like as big as possible. Remember, all we need here is we just need to win, and the tournament's over. At least on our side, and we win. Only thing is, we cannot come second or third. Second or third doesn't give us anything, unfortunately. So you see, I'm going to optimize this. I'm going to let like Luca take as much as possible from the bots. I'm going to feed him, as you guys see. I do go low. I put a city really close to him as well, just in case if I have to die at some point or whatever, it'll be easy for him to take, right? So the aim also was to do those little strats. Put a defense post top left, kind of waste my gold and just give him my troops so that he can optimize as much as possible. You guys see I keep going low on troops. He goes high. That was a strategy, kind of a hard try harder strategy. One is here, so I'm just gonna explain here. One was one of the favorites. They're super good at territorial IO, right? Oi and Marine, they're very good at territorial IO, so they've only recently played open front, but they have great skills, you know, about micro and so on. So they know their stuff. I say that. They only have 2 cities at this stage of the game, and Luca is 4. But it is true that we had more experience in the game than one. But they were definitely one of potential favorites to win it. Now we see Luca's managed to expand pretty well here on the top left. He's not taking this, which is a little bit of a mistake, I guess. We did make some mistakes. Oh yeah, he pushes his teammate here. Luca's quite aggressive, which is also something you're gonna notice now. He's going to go for a hard push on the left and basically put him low, right? What's going to happen is, boom, I paused right there. He has 300k attack on this cat, right? 300k here. People will say it's not worth it. Mathematically, actually, it somewhat is, because look at this. It forced Chris to go and betray us, so he goes for a huge push on us. But because we're very big and there's a lot of, like, it's not very green, Luca's going to go ahead and basically one-shot Chris, because he's going to get all his troops back from this attack in like a little second, and basically Chris, just because of that, is going to be gone. So it's actually good baits to get people to start attacking you. The thing is, it is true that Oi is a lot better than us in this position. He has more troops than us. We do have more cities, or even amount of cities, let's say. So it was starting to look like a 50-50 between the two of them. I was still alive, and what I was doing is I was going to start building ports. That was a strategy for me, and just get the gold grind going. Give my troops all the time to Luca, and basically use my gold for the ports. And the strat was just, so I have gold, I can just create more trading, and potentially with the trade, eventually maybe late game, we can go ahead and nuke someone if we have to. Positioning is very good. Issue that we get right now is that we are landing against UN, that is one of the favorites as well, and they're smart enough that we know they're not going to make us win. So if right now they need to full send one of us, of course they're going to full send us because we're in the strongest position, as in if we win this game we win the tournament. And we didn't necessarily get to see like everything that happened everywhere, but you guys see we're going for big pushes on the left for not much territory. Oi gets to one-shot SPQR with a lot of territory. And we're going to continue to push on UN. I'm going to start giving him gold, I think. Or maybe build more ports. I forgot exactly what I'm doing. Maybe I give him gold a bit later on. Yeah, I placed a city, just like an extra little city, just to get more troops going as well. Because if I have more troops, I could put more workers in. But Oi is just in such a strong position. The rest of the map was a bit boring. Fly wasn't doing that bad, but they weren't doing that great as well. And then Oi is going to go for one first attack. Huge attack. Luca's going to manage to take the alliance with him. He's going to go and attack again. Not too sure why. I mean, I guess he's just trying to secure the win. One of them misplays. He doesn't come for me, guys. Like, I'm right here with two cities and 2 ports. And I don't know why Oi doesn't come at me. So what we're going to start doing now, we've realized is, okay, let's stop trading. Or let's continue trading. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving my gold to Luca, right? I say that, I placed a port. But I'm going to start giving my gold to Luca. And the full aim right now is just Merv, okay? Let's be honest, we're not going to win this mathematically speaking just with territory.
So we just want to Merv. Issue we have is that one is just so big at this stage. We do have Fly that could potentially slow them down. We do have UN, but we did destroy his teammate. Does he want us to help us out? I don't think so. People aren't here to risk it. There is 1,500 euros or dollars or whatever on the line. They're not going to go and stupidly play it out, right? So we're going to go for a huge push actually on UN. The aim was to get a big territory with a lot of cities so that then he could put more workers in. And as you guys see, he has 5 million gold. The gold grinding starting. The only problem is I don't have that much, so I'm keep giving him just 250 by 250. So it's helping him out, but not enough. And look how fast one is destroying this. Always just destroying the map, ripping it apart. 500k, 600k currently in his attack, as you guys see. What can we do about it? Not much. We move up to 10 million gold, so we're almost halfway. And you guys see, like, it does go up quite quickly. 11 already, 12 million, and so on, right? But oh, it is just way too big at this stage. All he has to do is one tap root. Sorry, he has 1 million troops. There's really not that much we can do, unfortunately. 15 million gold for Luca, which is great. It's more than decent. I think he places a silo, or he doesn't have a silo yet. Yeah, he placed a silo all the way at the top. So if there was a Merv, it would have instantly hit. But the thing is, Oi, yeah, look at this. See, so Oi just comes in at us. Unfortunately, he makes it to 15 mil, 16 mil maybe. But it's not going to get us further than that. So it was very close. 18 million actually. We got very close. I remember. Yeah, we got to 21 or something. 21 million, which is very, very close, but not enough to go and Merv him, unfortunately. So well played at him. He did see that we had the gold, so he had to rush it. There he goes. Yeah, Luca with 21 mil. Not enough, unfortunately, but it was a good attempt. We come second. So we come second out of the third game. So far, first second. Very close to winning the tournament, but not there yet. All right, we're in for the fourth game. Fourth game was very, very weird. You'll see why. We're going to spawn here with Luca again and Bobo. Bobo support, Luca frontline. Bobo and I were basically the big supports, and Luca and Underall would be more of the frontliners. Europe map is very intense. Lots of good teams spawn here. As you guys see, the Flies are here. The ones are here. The ones we've seen so far, basically, that have scored points. UN, I'm not too sure where they're at. They're probably gone already. Sometimes, you know, you just get a really, really bad spawn, and just there's nothing you can do about it. So Luca is a great start. Like, Luca and Bobo are very strong. Look at this. They're top 1 and 2 almost at the end of the opening. So they're doing very well. Only thing is going to be basically what's going to happen is opportunities during this map. We're going to take the alliances up north, which was probably a mistake. And Luca's going to go and expand here on the left. And look what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and go for Jix. So it's a good move because Jix is low. The risk we have is that we only have 1 pixel here. Let me pause this. We have 1 pixel here. If Fly does a tiny attack here, he completely cuts us off and we're gone, right? So Luca just went in for the push. He took the risk. The thing you have to understand is that we just have to win here. Coming second, third, fourth, fifth, doesn't matter. For all the others, it matters. For us, it doesn't matter at all. We're the only finalists so far. The only thing we have to do is just win. So we might as well take risks. We don't care who wins and so on. And so he's going to push for SPQR. But look what's going to happen in about a couple seconds, unfortunately. Fly's going to go in for a huge attack, basically, on Luca. And that is just going to completely destroy Luca, who pushed up top. But look at this. Yeah, Luca just basically dies, and that's just 1 tap. And the thing is, Bobo was a support, so not much we could do about it, unfortunately. Well played to Fly on that attack. Very well played. Also proves how the game can go quickly. Good news is 1 gets destroyed, the ones who had 50 points as well. So they're not going to score any as well. Fly's going to potentially score points. Well, they already had points, but I do believe Fly in this position, 42% of the map. It's kind of very hard to go and counter what they have. Yeah, Ziad's going to go and try and take Fly. Okay, back in for the 5th game. I really didn't like this map. I believe Underall didn't like this map either, so we went for the same Bobo and Luca again. They were kind of a strong roster, also because they had trained a lot. I did not train, that's why I put myself as sub, because I've been working. So I would have loved to play this with Luca, of course, but I was like, you know what, fair play. You guys deserve it for sure. I'm here just to support and to help you out. At this stage, I'm in VC, guys. I'm in VC, and we're definitely coaching a lot. We're telling what's happening everywhere around the map. That is definitely something that helps out a lot. And so this is Mina map. It's not really a map that a lot of people like. We spawn here. We don't really know. You know, there's no great clans around us. As in, one who scored points is here. Marine and Oi are here. The Flies, I believe, they're on the right-hand side, right here. UN as well is here. They've called themselves differently. But those are kind of the big clans that are around. We're a little bit alone. We do have Bakken, who's on his own. And Skilled This also, like, his partner is so far, right? We never opted for any of that strat. we always went for just sticking close to each other. Because, I don't know, we didn't really see it was a bit of a useless risk, we thought, right? And overall, it did pay off. Any team that kind of split up and spawned far away from his teammate really didn't do that well often. Or maybe someone proves me wrong this game, I guess. But here, the only issue we had was that we were in a bit of a pickle. Luca didn't have much to take, and Bobo had basically both BCOs against him. So what we decided was turn Bobo into a full defense post kind of positioning, as he's about to get attacked by his BCO, and then just get Luca basically as many troops as possible, and hopefully he can do something up north. But you're gonna see BCO is just gonna go full on on Bobo. So Bobo is just gonna stack his defense post. He's just gonna invest his gold fully in defense posts, and just give his troops to Luca here and there. So Luca can go ahead and like kind of move up Spain and try to secure as much as possible. Good thing was BCO was like kept getting busy on the right hand side, so they didn't manage to go like full on. They were attacking us, as you guys see, but Bobo did a great job defending here. And you guys don't value this as much as possible, I think, but it should really be valued. The fact that he defended insanely well. He slowed them down like hell and basically made them waste time and troops as much as he could, while just Luca just doing his bit up top, right? And Luca is gaining cities, 8 cities. Batista only has 4, and ADN has 5. So they have 9 cities together. Boom. Luca's already got 9 as well, just on his own. So you're better off being on your own with 9 cities than 2 players having 9, right? And 7 ports as well. So don't forget about that trading. Now Luca's gonna try and come in south. Maybe, I don't know if it was a misplay or not. Maybe we should have finished Spain and Morocco and so on. But he decided to go and try to take the border to put pressure on BCO so that they would slow down on Bobo. But you guys see Bobo is still alive. He defended so well that he just slowed him down so much. Now, I believe Luca's going to stack a little bit and then just try to secure, I think, the north. Yeah, exactly. So he's trying to secure the north, trying to raise his GK kind of clan. We did pretty well and slowed us down quite a fair bit. But did he slow us down as much as Bobo did with BCO? I don't think so. Now, the good news is PL being big here kind of bothers BCO, which is fantastic for us. If they can go ahead, and then Luca decides to just go straight for BCO. We don't know if that was the right play or not. I think it was. Maybe what we could have done in this situation, guys, was, okay, we're not that big. Let's go and just maybe put some defense posts and go full warship mode or gold mode and just basically take all of the Mediterranean region. We could have done that for sure. Issue is, these guys that I'm teaming with, Luca and Bobo, they're not big traders, right? They're really big tryharders of the game, but they don't trade like I do. They don't trade like the videos I do. And the thing is, I actually had a call right at that moment. So I didn't manage to get in the VC for that game and couldn't. I was watching the game from far, but I had to, I had to be on the call and I couldn't tell them what to do. So I think we could have played full warship mode here and gotten a lot of gold because there was so much trading happening here. I mean, look at this UN guy. Look at this CIP guy with 5 million gold. He's tiny as hell. And so he goes and just, I mean, it's good plays as well, you know. It's still not terrible. But he goes and takes that territory on the left-hand side. It maybe wasn't, like, the most ideal. But look how much trading is happening here. And the thing is, he's going to lose a lot of these. Look at this. He's just losing a bunch of them because he's getting them all stolen by this tiny guy, who's going to be bothering us a lot, actually, during this game. And you guys see, Luca's going to try and like start trying to build warships. The thing is, we're so far that our warships, you know, they take a while to get there. In the meantime, this DM guy did very well. So it does show that playing a part does kind of work. There is a random pink who's still alive. I don't know what he's up to. Luca's going to go full warship mode now and try to go and take this CIP guy who is, I don't know where anymore, right here, was 11 million gold. Thing is, that CIP guy has so many warships that actually he's going to bother us and basically make us waste all our time. What's happening on the other side? I was going to say not much, but UN is very big. Fly's still alive. Lucy as well. Yeah, I think, yeah, Dem kind of one-shots and surprises us on that WSP. So Luca doesn't really have much time to react, especially that he's kind of really focusing on the trades up top. And the issue probably was here that we probably should have stacked. Stop wasting into warships. Who cares if this guy gets the gold? He can go and help us out, I guess, and Merv the crown. But yeah, he goes really big on the warships, and you guys see CIP also. So we kind of get screwed in this warship war that was pretty much, I think, a little bit useless, I guess. As you guys see, DM manages to get a Merv. Nobody saw that coming. And I forget where it goes and lands. UN's looking solid at that stage because they have 2 guys top 10. They're the only ones with 2 guys top 10, and they went for a huge push, but they went so fast that DEM decided to go and basically one-tap Laskovic. And at the same time, he gets the Merv. So DM did Merv Laskovic, which was huge, right? Thing is, in the meantime, we have other people, you know, who are grinding a lot of gold. You have Luca who's grinding a lot of gold. I mean, he's getting a bit destroyed. But you also have CIP who's grinding a lot of gold. Look how much gold is coming in onto CIP. Look at this. It's just non-stop coming for a guy that is tiny, right? And that was smart. He only had 1 port, but he had all the warships. He just needs 1 ports and then just places a million warships and he's good. So Luca realizes that and places, I don't know how many warships. He just placed a million of them. Maybe too many and we could have kept our gold, I guess. But enough, I guess, to go and try to take the control of the Mediterranean region. DM, in the meantime, is kind of destroying the map. It really doesn't seem like there's much we can do about it, unfortunately. DM is super strong right now. But we see one thing. It's this guy. The CIP dude, there's 2 of them, manages to get 28 million gold. At this stage, we don't know what he's gonna do, so we're just waiting. Luca's managed to take control here, as you guys see, but we're just waiting to see what happens. And then this happens. He sends out the Merv straight onto DM. DM gets absolutely destroyed. And we get nuked as well by some hydrogens. But we're stacking the gold. We have 6 million. And we're doing very well. And look, Luca's about to get the crown. He just needs to do a little push on DM. And he gets the crown, right? Boom. Crown time it is. Pause here. If the game ends like this, we've won, guys. If the game ends like this, 5 games in the tournament, we've basically won this. Now, one thing I didn't mention was this. One thing I did not mention was this. Look at Lucy. 26 ports, 23 cities, basically all, like a lot of them stacked up here. All she's got here is just defense posts, right? There's just defense posts everywhere, and basically everything's here. And that is one thing maybe we neglected. Not that we were in a strong position anyways. We're in a good position, but not in the winning position. And so we really neglected that. 8 million gold. We only have 2 million. So you're going to see how things are going to unfold. But the one thing you have to remember is that the game ends at 30 minutes. So at 30 minutes, we finish the game and just stops there. And therefore, Lucy's just got to stack the gold. And look at this, 10 million. Look how many trades are coming in on this side. The trading is absolutely insane. Like, it is absolutely insane, right? And look at this, already 13 million. We are getting good trade as well, but it's not as good, unfortunately. Definitely not as good. Definitely not as optimal. 13 million, so we're not that bad, actually. But you're going to see Lucy. What Lucy's going to do, as she's moving up in terms of gold, boom, destroy Fly. Fly is gone. 22 mil, about to get 25. Now, boom, 25 million. But stop. Lucy doesn't send the Merv. So Lucy makes a big misplay here. 25 million. Straight up send the Merv on Luca, and you've won the game, basically. There's 3 minutes left to play. Luca's not going to be able to get that gold back. But Lucy doesn't send it. So Lucy's just continuing stacking, and look at us. Look at us on the left. 17 million, 18 million, 19 million, 20 million, 21, 22, 23. Boom. Boom, right here. Lucy sends the Merv. We have 24.4 million. So Lucy sends the Merv. It's about to hit us, and Luca clutches it with a Merv. Send right at the last moment as he hit 26 million, I think, just. And also goes ahead and destroys Lucy, who just got the crown. Issue is at this stage, look at the timer, 28 minutes 30 seconds. There's 1:30 left to play. Look at the top left, where you have 29%. DM is back in it, and he's got too big of an advantage, unfortunately. It ends in 30 seconds, but basically the game's over. We're gonna get second place on this one. So again, we get second place, very close to winning. 30 minutes, there's the final leaderboard. They gave us second place because I think they believe, like, because Lucy just kind of sniped us last second, which they didn't count this much into. We basically got 5 games, twice first, twice second. And out of the 2 second places, we were very close to winning. Some misplays for sure, but we're 5 games into the tournament, and we've destroyed from A to Z this tournament. There's 30 teams, guys. And every single time almost, we're there shining. All right, let's go back to the leaderboard. Leaderboard after game 5, this is what it's looking like. We have 160 points, so we're almost double above the finalist mode. As you guys see, Fly, One, Dem, all 3 of them are potential reach as well to become finalists. The leaderboard is kind of, you know, getting kind of close and stuff. We are very far ahead, though. It doesn't make much of a difference if we have 100 or 160, I guess. We are finalists. All we need is that 1 win. All right, game 6. We've done the full rotation around, so now we're back on Asia map. There's only 5 maps. Same spawn we're gonna pick. You're gonna see us in purple. That is me, hello, with Underall. So we're gonna try it out. Same spawn. Unfortunately, let's be honest, I'm gonna make it quick. This game wasn't really great. We had a decent spawn. Like if you see, I've encircled a bot. I've done very well, even though I am the support. I'm supposed to be the support player here. I've done very well. And Underall is the crown. We're top 1 and 2. Pause it here. We're top 1 and 2, right? So we have the 2 best openings of the entire lobby. Issue is long run. We have UN on our right, GR on the left, who are 2 decent teams, right? Who scored a bunch of points. And you're gonna see also one thing: South Korea bot is just gonna destroy me. He's gonna take so much territory. So I'm focusing on destroying UN, right? Like kind of block them off. But he's gonna take me so much territory that there's really not much I'm gonna be able to do about it. And he's gonna get the gold as well out of it. So I'm a bit blocked off here. Underall pushes here left side as well, which is super risky. We got cut off already. This is, again, we could get cut off again. So, definitely not the best of plays. South Korea getting taken here. And you're going to see, boom, Underall gets cut off here on the left side. I'm very weak on troops. Underall is basically very low. He only has 1 city. And then UN is just going to come at me. I have 2 cities in a port, but I really don't have that much. And there's not much I could do about it. I'm trying to take Japan, but you see GR goes in straight for Underall. Underall basically gets erased. I'm about to get erased as well. A bit of a quick game. Not gonna lie, it happens though, right? There's 30 teams, we can't win every single one of them. And you guys see here, Underall gets erased. I basically done, and that's basically goodbye for us. Now the issue is we zoom out, and look at this. 1 is here. Remember 1, they have 50 points. All they need is another 50 points, another first place, and they get the finalist position like us. And in open front, when you're in this kind of position and you're basically snowballing that game so hard, we don't really know what happened left side, but basically this is what happens when we zoom it out. They're basically going to destroy that entire map. The lobby is just going to be gone, and I think it's going to be one of the quickest, which is very unfortunate because it means they're finalists with us now. No, I'm not going to take anything out of them. They were a great team, but we've only seen them twice so far. We've seen us 4 times already, and they're at the same level as us. So this is a bit of a cruel game mode, I guess, but it makes the fun out of it, I guess. Good thing is now we're not going to be focused alone. 1 is also going to get focused. So I'm just going to skip through this because it wasn't really a great game. This team rolled through it. GG to them. And so after this match, 1 becomes finalist as well. So now there's 2 of us, which is very annoying because, you know, as I said, they only had two kind of points that they scored at some point. So that kind of puts us in a pickle, but you know, you got to do with what you got to do. And I'm going to go straight to game 7. Game 7. We're going to take the same spawn between 2 Cs. Every time you're going to see where it takes similar spawns because we believe they're very strong. Same positioning. Biffer again playing with Luca, so it's me, hello. I'm playing support, Luca on the front line. This is going to be a bit of, not the decider, but I think this is the game of the tournament. I'm not going to lie. Not necessarily the outcome everybody wished for or whatever, but this is the game of the tournament. I'll skip through the bot taking phase because you guys have seen enough, right? And as you guys see, I'm not doing that much because I'm giving a lot to Luca as well in terms of troop. I'm trying to secure him to be top 1. So that's why I'm not doing that well. And you guys see, we have our cities already. Look at everybody else. They're only placing their cities about 10-15 seconds later than us. So we're really optimizing this. Now the issue we have is from now on, we're only looking at one other team. And this other team is these guys. And as you guys see, they're not doing too bad, right? They're doing pretty good. 2 cities each. We only have 1 city. I have 2 cities actually, so not that bad. But they're doing pretty well. Luca got no gold out of that, actually, we realized. That is something that happens sometimes, which is very unfortunate. Some players get erased so easily, man. Cat, what are you up to, buddy? But yeah, our games from now on are basically just playing against 1. That's all we care about. We're gonna get some weird plays. For example, this guy and us, I think we're allied or not allied or whatever. But you're gonna see later the move he's gonna do, which is a bit weird. Good move here is this. SPQR and I got a good alliance we got a good alliance here in this game. And you have to use other teams and other players in order to kind of move forward. And we're going to one-tap the UN, which is good as well, because they had some points at this stage of the game, so we don't want any other teams to come in the finals. So we already have one ourselves and one. That's good enough, right? But yeah, ourselves, and that just means, look at this. I think this guy is going to go ahead and full send us, which was very not unfair, but it happens, you know. You just get random full sends. Yeah, look at this. He randomly full sends me, which is fine because Luca takes it, so that's okay. He even got a city out of me, which is great farming. And Luca's not going to do bad, but the thing is, guys, look at Marine. 12 cities, 15%. We have 13%, 11 cities. This is an intense game, right? This is a super intense game. We got Arky in between. We got GR as well down here. But what we have also is we got a bunch of noobs top left. So what we're going to do is team up with SPQR, basically. Not team up, but ally with them and really use SPQR as a guy that we really trust. In the meantime, Marine is destroying that right-hand side. BCO is gone. Goodbye. Thank you very much. We are going to go and destroy the left side as well. PDD. Goodbye, Elias. Thank you very much for your hard work. And we're also going to focus bottom left. But the issue we start getting now is that we realize, okay, we have the crown. Right? We have the crown. We have 21 cities. Marine's got 20. They have 400k. We have 200k. So yes, we have the crown. But they've got double our troops right now. So by the time we stack up and we get attacked by GR right here, which was, I guess, a play to slow us down. Issue was, in the meantime, Marine absolutely destroyed a bunch of dudes and really got a huge lead on us. 26 cities, 23 cities. They have 4% more. We're looking bad. So what I told Luca at this stage, okay, are we going to win this? Do we think we have a chance? We have a chance. But is it worth the risk of potentially making one win? Or is it worth it that we rather go for the loss? And so it's one of the rare games where actually we're very proud of our decision. And two good players like Luca and Marine, at this stage of the game, Marine wins it. Unless every single one of them full sends Marine. There's no way. So what we decided with Luca was like, okay, let's just hardcore focus. We're going to take like one or two guys, I think, left, bottom, left. We're just going to hard focus Marine. Stack the gold, and the aim is just to send hydrogens, like a lot of hydrogens, and just destroy the cities. As you can see, always playing well. He's kind of using his gold to go and nuke Luca. But look at this. So Luca places his silo. He has 6 million gold, and he's going to go ahead and start sending some hydros, which was definitely the good play. Boom, hydrogen, straight up attack right after. We have 22 cities. Marine is 33. Marine has a huge upper hand on us right now. They've just kind of gone through Jur right now. And what we're just going to do is just hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. This game was pretty intense, not going to lie. Thanks to SPQR, who's keeping the alliance with us as well. Thank you very much. But I guess he's stacking on his left side. And we're just going to continue farming the 5 mil. Boom. Send another hydrogen on Marine. Our focus is just Marine. And boom. Every time we hydrogen, we go and attack right after because they manage, you know, they lose a lot. We're definitely not, like, we didn't flip things around. But we are slowing Marine up for sure. And that's basically all we're looking at. And I'm just giving my gold. Now, SPQR betrays and goes and destroys me. And we're like, okay, what can we do about it? All we want is to destroy Marine in one. We're going to lose this game. We're not in a good position to win it. We just want Marine to lose. So Luca is just going to go full. And I'm going to, and thank God, I think we were all in VC because he really wasn't into it. He was like, oh no, we're going to lose. But no, look at this. He manages to optimize a lot of things. He destroys with another hydrogen here. And he decides to full send more or less, I think. He still has a bit of gold. So I told him, you know what, just use everything. Use everything you got. Send 750Ks if you need. Destroy a bunch of cities here and there. There's another hydrogen that landed. And just go full hard on him. And it's worth it because he has 34 cities. Marine is in a strong position here. We don't want it to happen. SPQR betrays us. I tell Luca, go full. Luca destroys Marine. Not destroys, but just full sends. Still a silo up. Use the gold as much as possible. I tell him, destroy any city you can. Really optimize. Boom, there's a city. He's going to go ahead and destroy another thing. And so on. Like, it's just pure optimization at this stage. We keep full sending. Now, we die, but Marine is still number 1. We're in a huge pickle right now, right? We're in a big pickle. Marine is number 1. We're basically dead at this stage. I know we're a little bit alive, guys, but I'm basically playing as if we're dead. And unfortunately now we're like, oh, okay, this is bad. We need DIH to go in on Marine. Please, DIH, go in. And DIH actually is going to go in. They're going to take a lot of time, but they will go in eventually. Just waiting for the hydrogen bombs to go in. And they played it well. Thank God these guys weren't too bad because they understood, okay, if we don't kill Marine here, the tournament's over because Marine's going to win since they're a finalist. And SPQR and DIH, look at this. They're going to slowly but surely basically take Marine down one by one, which is great. They weren't the best of the best. Like, they didn't really optimize that much. Arky's going to come in as well. Thank you, Arky. But they managed overall, look at this, 29%, 28%. About to lose the crown to SPQR. And so SPQR, guys, who was tiny up here, is about just to get some free 50 points basically out of this game, which is pretty insane, right? But I guess it's part of the game as well. We played basically to lose, and so Marine would lose as well, or one, sorry, would lose. So, you know, this is how you got to do it. That's what finalist mode is about. It's about denying as well. We want to win the tournament. We don't want to take the second place, let's be honest. We came here for the win. And the cool thing is, the funny thing, look at this guy down here, 26 million. So you're about to see a Merv that's going to fly out. What a legend this guy is. Go and check out his Twitch, Pasta, I think, on Twitch or something like that. He's going to go ahead and use up all his gold. 31 million, actually. He went super high. But I believe he's going to go place a silo down, and then he's going to send out a Merv. And that Merv will hit, as you guys will see in a second. There we go. The Merv is gone, and it's going to hit Marine. So that was like, okay, thank God that happened. We were very happy. Marine, I believe, is going to take third on this one. DIH is going to get second, I guess, and SPQR first. But that was a very, very, very close call. All right, and let's just look back at the leaderboard, sorry. And we see LBU, so we're still up there. 161 is 115. Fly is closing in as well. So they're on 80. They're pretty close to being finalists as well. So got to keep an eye out on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we join up for game 8. I believe game 8, as you guys see, there was a big bug. So they accidentally didn't put enough bots. I think they only placed like 50 or 100 of these random bots, which really actually makes a big difference compared to usually when there's 400. Because look at us, we spawned down here. We had a good strategic spawn, but then if you look at it, players that are spawning in the center or wherever there's larger areas can expand a lot further. So you see one actually got a huge boost on that one, and that was very, very, very annoying for us. They're gonna get opening number 1 and number 2, so they're basically gonna be the two biggest at this, whereas we do not too bad, you know, but we just don't do as well, which is more than annoying. And look at this, Marine's still expanded because there's no bots. Like, there should have been so many more bots all around here, I guess. And so that was a bit annoying, not gonna lie, but also we don't have an insane start. So in this situation, we're scared right now. Right now we're full on scared. One has a really good position, not position, but they have a very good start. They don't have a good position because they're in the middle. And we as well, but the problem is, we've got a bunch of people. We got Bro here, we got Scav, we got Diddy, we got Jur, we got, who is this? WSP. We have like 6 clans within this region. And so, Underall and Bobo do pretty well, to be fair. They do manage to get, you know, decent kind of work going. We don't have that many things. That's the big problem, like builds. Look at this. Marine has 2 ports in 4 cities already. And is destroying a bunch of nation bots that are still alive. 2 ports, 5 cities. Underall has 1 port in 3 cities. So that is a huge lead they start having. And kind of going to be how they're going to steamroll through the game, basically. And remember, guys, 1 win from these guys, and we're done, right? They win. So it's 1 win from us, 1 win from them, and we're done. So that is very, very, very annoying. The good sign of things in our head here is that Fly isn't doing too bad, right? Who else? UN or Arky, one of the two could do well here on this side. Bro has destroyed Scav down south. They only have 1 player left. I mean, there's another one here, but he's tiny. We're pretty much in a pickle. If you look at it, Underall, sorry, is very far. He's top 6, which isn't bad. But Marine is just so much bigger, and Groot as well is pretty damn big because he's got all of this part, right? So this is what's going to happen, and then Marine's just going to go straight into us. Their aim is also to eliminate us, so that was definitely a good move to go straight for us. And they're not going to one-tap us, but more or less, we're really not going to hold for that long. They're going to attack. That's how strong they are. They can attack us and at the same time go for DIH. So that definitely was kind of how the game kind of ran out. And so Underall gets destroyed. Bobo is good. I mean, if Underall, you know, collapses, pretty much Bobo just disappears right after, right? So that is the end of us. So now we're just watching the game and we're just praying for 1 to disappear. That is the only thing we're praying. We just don't want... They can come top 2. We just don't want them top 1. The good thing is Fly here. They've managed to cut very well on Bro. Like, Groot has done very well for himself. So that was a great little push that he did. Forces Marine to go on this side, which is good because you see UN, Lasco's managed to do very well and erase Arky. I mean, Arky's still alive technically. Erase a good chunk of Arky. And now Marine is stuck in the middle, which is definitely the great news. They're stuck in between, and you're going to see Marine attacking here, but look how many troops Groot has. 1.2 million troops. So that kind of saves us the game. He's going to go ahead and betray. He's going to go and attack straight up. He has the betrayal sign, so he's a bit weak. But he's going to go ahead and take the lead. Fly Fish as well as up top, so he can go and support. Some nukes are landing right now, 5 million, and then just Marines just sandwich in between the two, so not much they can do. Saves our tournament, not gonna lie. Thank you very much, Fly. Thank you very much, UN, on that one. Because we definitely thought we're losing it here. And yeah, the end of it is going to be, I think Fly's going to get the points, UN's going to come in second, Marine's going to come in third or something like that. The bad news is Fly becomes finalist, right? So they have 100 points as well, or above 100 points. So now there's 3 of us that we got to keep an eye on. So that's going to be crazy. They've just announced there's only 10 games max. So the last 2 games are going to be super, super intense, right?
And as you guys can see, now we are 3 of us finalists. So we have been lacking. We had a great start. First 5 games we scored points, and it's been 3 games in a row where we just aren't there. So it's really rough on us. And especially now there's 3 teams out of the 30 that can win. So if any of these 3 win any games that come up, we are done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're back in for game 9. The strat for game 9, it was Biffer, which is myself. Is that me and Luca? We wanted to spawn top right around here. Which color? We're this color. We had a good spawn, but okay, I stopped it last second. You're gonna see something that is gonna be very unfortunate. That's gonna happen. It's this. Some guy's gonna snipe me last second. He's gonna full send me. Thank goodness Luca feeds me so that I can get rid of him. But that's basically my game done. Look how small I am compared to the big dudes. There's really not that much we could do. Luca also got kind of slowed down because he had to give me some troops. That's very unfortunate. It's just some random guy who just wanted to destroy games and not have fun. It's part of the tournament as well. There's not much you can do about that. It is just an IO game, guys. We can't do much about it. We have to accept it. It's okay. We're still gonna somewhat do well, but you're gonna see we're really not gonna last that long. Basically, once the bots are all done, you see this Eagle guy. He just full sends Luca as well. So Luca just got full send by a random Eagle, who's gonna get full send as well, but this POD who wasn't even supposed to be in this tournament, and then Eagle's just gonna full send again on Luca. So yeah, that's pretty much us gone. What we decided to do is just full send 1, you know, really kind of optimize as much as we can. But yeah, that's it for this game. Thankfully, 1 and Fly do not win this game, so we get very lucky on that one, and we managed to go through to game number 10. Game number 10 is once again on Mina. So this is the last game possible. We have Fly, 1, and ourselves, of course, who are potential finalists right now, so who could win it all. UN is close. And we are announced that actually, guys, after this game, if there's no winner, every single finalist, so far Fly, ourselves, and 1, we go into matchup, the 3 against each other. Whoever wins the tournament, basically. So that's kind of puts pressure on us that we prefer to finish it now. We spawn here with the same spawn on the previous game that we had. I forgot when it was, a little while back. Marine is a good spawn again. Oi has a decent spawn. They go very central every time. Again, there's this random guy who's not even supposed to be in the tournament who's playing. Fly, I think, is on this side as well. We stuck to the same positions that we... No, where is Fly? Where the hell is Fly? Oh, Fly is here. My bad. Fly is right next to us. My bad. Just noticed that. I forgot about that. Yeah, things are going to go through. We're going to get some nice bots. Thingy, Bobo is pretty... Like, he's just against the entire Fly team. That's kind of like a little bit annoying. There's a random DIH here who's a bit on his own. There's 2 of them. There's 2 Zacks. They've named themselves the same, which is technically cheating. And UN is quite big, 1 is quite big at this stage. We're not that bad. And we're going to go ahead and take Spain. That's going to be the strategy, to go ahead and basically take this Gonio clan if we can. And Luca's going to do pretty well on it. If you see, like, he does pretty well there, taking most of it. So that's a good move. You know, we got some moves going. We don't really care about the moves. We care about just winning, right? But it does put him, you know, in a decent situation. And the thing is now, he only really touches Fly or Meg, which is quite annoying, right? Because they're not super worth it. There you go. So that's what happened. Sorry, I wanted to see that happen. As soon as we touched 1, we were like, okay. So we're not going to win this game. I don't think Fly is. Who's looking strong to win it? UN for sure. Potentially 1. So what we do is we just go straight for it. And then he goes for a huge attack on Oi, which basically kills Oi. That was definitely the move to do. Because if we let Oi get big, it's too much of a hit risk at this stage of the game. We're definitely not doing that well. And actually, we do pretty well. Only thing is Meg full sends us, which is a bit annoying. And Oi full sends at the same time. But then, something happens. Marine realizes, okay, they're not going to win this. But what he's going to do is, he's going to full send as well. So that UN can take it. Unfortunately, UN doesn't really see, and basically they kind of force UN to win this match, which was fair play, you know, well, not fair play, well played about them, sorry. We still do well, Luca's still doing not too bad, Bobo's still feeding, but we're definitely not in the position anymore, and if you look at the UN, they've basically won this. But what it's going to mean is, you're going to see on the leaderboard what it means, and unfortunately, that is not that great for us. Alright, and basically this last win puts UN finalists as well. So it puts 4 of us, LBU, Fly, 1, UN, all together as finalists. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters a little bit the points that we have now. But it all means also that all 4 of us are going to go in one final all together. And so we end up on a decider game 2v2, v2, v2 on this Asian map. And so basically everything is decided here. If we win, whoever wins basically comes first, and then I think we were kind of secured second or third because of the points. So then it kind of comes to the points that were accumulated. Even though they said we stopped at 100 points, they still continued accumulating our points. So it all gets to be decided on this map. I'm just going to let you guys watch this and basically watch the spawns, what happens. And it goes very quickly here, but I'll stop right after the spawn. There we go. So that's what happens right after the spawn. What happens? Well, you see there's no one on this side. There is Bobo here, and there is Luca here. And all of the other players are all here. So we just stare at each other there, and we're like, okay, there's no way we don't win this, right? You're going to see, so UN is here on the left, but he's actually alone. His partner didn't manage to go in. They didn't do restarts in this match, in this tournament. So if you don't manage to get in, it's kind of your problem, which I totally actually found fair. And, you know, it's part of the game, and they're not going to restart every single time someone has an issue. One is going to split up here, one here and one here, and then the flies are going to be here. We're really not sure why they all spawned on the left. We were very happy, you know, we just told ourselves, okay, here guys, you just got to optimize things, don't think too much, just go and circle up some bots, secure everything that's on this side, and just kind of push all of the right. So yeah, a bit sad that it just ended like this, and really ended just on this one game that is very quick. You're going to see Marine does very well, though, on it. We do very well, though, and Luca's just going to cut completely Lasco as much as possible and basically just finish his game up, which definitely was the correct move. Here you see Bobo circle up Mongolia as well. Because we have so much space, we can really optimize this and really build as much as we can on the advantage that we have of the positioning. And Luca, I think, is going to place a warship, for example, up top here, just so that Lasco can't really boat around and so on. So we basically optimized it to its fullest and really couldn't do anything much, you know, worse than that. Bobo, you know, is just going to cut down south, I guess, on these bots in Southeast Asia. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen, just to make sure Oi doesn't get much. And then we're just going to full focus it on Luca, who's just basically going to take all of the top right. I think Bobo gives him a bit of troops. You're going to see, I think Oi goes in for a big attack on Bobo, but there's not much they can do about it. We're way too strong at this stage of the game, and they're kind of, you know, stepping on each other's shoes. At this stage, I think they're all playing for second or third place. They're just trying to get some money out of this tournament, which is fair. Lasco goes in for 1. I mean, Lasco was just dead anyways. He wasn't going to do much. Luca's basically steamrolling through that right-hand side. And this is how it ends, basically, at the end of the bot taking phase. You guys check out the leaderboard. I mean... Oh, sorry. I don't know why. Why is it? There we go. Shot top 5. Luca is number 1. Marine is 2. But Bobo is 3. We have, what is it? 44% of the map. So almost half of the map already. I'll just play it out to show you guys kind of the ending and how everything unfolds. But Lasco's just going to full send us. We're going to go straight up on 1 Oi. And then Marine, as soon as he's going to touch us, is just going to go for a big attack. But not much we're going to be able to do. You're going to see Marine's just going to destroy Fly and be like, I'll take second place, which is fair. I do believe they got third place at the end, although, so they didn't even get second place. And we're going to win this tournament, guys, on this. So insane. Thank you to Luca. Thank you to Bobo. Thank you to Underall. Very, very fun tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed this. A little bit long video. You know, don't hesitate to put some comments, put some feedback on it. Very different to what I usually do, but very happy about that. 750 euros come to us, so that is more than great, divided by 4, of course. But we didn't do it for the money. We did it for the tournament, for the fame. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share my video around, share my channel around, and I'll see you guys next time.